Galatians chapter 5 verse 7. The Apostle Paul reminds the church of Galatians, you are running a good race, who cut in on you to keep you from obeying the truth. The Apostle Paul said, oh, the Galatian believer, you are running a good race, but suddenly who stopped you from running that race? You love God, and then who stopped you from loving God? You are on fire for God, but who or what stopped you from being on fire for God? You are very generous for God and the people, but who and what stopped you from being generous? And today, let us also begin to reflect those things in our life and apply it and begin to give a check and to see that if we have those signs of spiritual decline, those signs of spiritual sabotage, do we have the constant view? Do we have the comparing spiritual performance? Do we have the fear-based obedience? Do we have the ideas that God loves me more when I perform well? Do we have the ideas that we have to act some of the requirement? We have to do something in order to achieve the salvation of God. Do we downplay the cross? Do we elevate human effort? Do we look down on others spiritually? Do we defend instead when we are being corrected? Instead of being accepted, we try to defend ourselves. Those are the signs of the spiritual sabotage. And it can lead us into more lukewarmness. Do we desire for recognition? Do we compare about righteousness? Do we rely on human strength? There is no inner transformation in our life. How about our spiritual life? That we see ourselves being exhausted. Are we cold toward other people? Do we always have secret anger? Do we find ourselves difficult for praying for other people? Do we find ourselves constantly busy for others, for project, for everything, but no time for God? Do we find ourselves that we replace the devotion or the Bible study by the entertainment? How about our values? Is it still being shaped by the Word of God or by the culture? Are we finding ourselves that we are gradually cooling of our passion? No more passion, but we begin to please people instead of pleasing God. We begin to avoid the spiritual environment and walking into the flesh. We are going to silence about faith. We don't declare about the gospel anymore. And then we don't need church anymore. And we call ourselves as a lone ranger Christian. We find ourselves to avoid accountability. We find boring at church and the gospel. We find our focus shift to the worldly thing. We find ourselves that we don't have a lot of gratitude for grace of God like before. We find ourselves that we cannot focus on the church or the spiritual thing anymore. We find ourselves to become more critical of other people. We find giving to become a burden. We find bitterness to one another is something that is acceptable. And those are the signs, and many signs. We still have a lot of signs related to these 7 forms of spiritual sabotage.